Today in this class, I'm going to explain you the last topic which was left in the properties of negative feedback, that is reduction in nonlinear distortion. Okay. So here we have taken one example, the nonlinearity introduced by an amplifier. So figure A, here that is the curve A, it is actually showing you the transfer characteristic corresponding to an amplifier. Here you can see the changes in this particular piecewise linear curve. Here the slope is very high, here very large. Here the changes in this output voltage for the corresponding change in the input voltage is more. And also you can see here the curves are very steep. So if you want to increase the linearity of this particular curve, then you have to reduce the slope of these segments, correct? So these line segments slope has to be reduced, and that is possible by using negative feedback. Now how it is done, we have taken one example in this case. Yeah, so you can see here it is changing, the gain is changing 1000 to 100 and then back to 0. Here, so we have taken one example of feedback, negative feedback with the feedback factor equal to 0.01. Here, so we all know that so the gain with the feedback is given by A divided by 1 plus A beta, where A is the open loop gain. So I am substituting for A, that is 1000 here. So for first segment here, that is for this particular segment here, where it is the slope is steepest here. So for this segment, it is calculated here. So 1000 divided by 1 plus 1000 into 0.01, it will give you the gain with feedback as 90.9. And also the slope of next segment, here it is calculated here. Here since the change is 100 here, so we have taken A as 100. So 100 divided by 1 plus 100 into 0.01, it will give you 50. Here, so you can see the change in the gain with the feedback. So what we observe from this example is the negative feedback will reduce the dependency on the open loop gain of the amplifier, and thereby it will improve the linear portion in the characteristic. Here, so linear portion is enhanced by using this negative feedback because it is reducing the slope of each of the segments in the transfer characteristic. So the next topic is we have to understand the topologies used in negative feedback. Here, so there are basically 4 topologies used for negative feedback. So we will study one by one. So first thing we will consider voltage amplifier. Here, so the first one is voltage amplifier. Now when I say voltage amplifier, so input quantity. Now how these 4 topologies are decided? It is decided on which is the input quantity, whether it is voltage or current, and which is the output quantity, that is voltage or current. Since we have two parameters for both input and output, so there are 4 possible combinations here. So 4 topologies are expected here. So the first one is voltage amplifier. Now in voltage amplifier, the input voltage source, it is represented by Thevenin's equivalent here. So Thevenin's equivalent is consisting of a voltage source in series with a resistance, and output quantity is also voltage in this case. Now what is the advantage of this voltage amplifier? It will stabilize the voltage gain of the amplifier. Correct. Now how this is done, I have shown in this diagram here. So the input quantity is voltage, and output which you are sampling, it is also voltage here. So how we are mixing the feedback voltage or feedback signal with the input? It is in series form here. So if we have this type of connection, then it is series mixing of voltages. That is Vs minus Vf will be the net voltage appearing as an input to this basic amplifier. Here, now output quantity which we are sampling is also voltage. So, it is sampled means what? Here it is parallel connection. Here, so you are tapping this output like this. So we call this as series shunt feedback amplifier. Here, so this particular topology we call it as series shunt feedback, because at the input you are mixing the feedback signal in series with the source voltage, and at the output you are tapping the voltage parallelly here across the load. So a portion is developed. Now what is the one more advantage of this kind of topology is, for a voltage amplifier we always require higher input resistance and lower output resistance, and that is enhanced by using this negative feedback. Means it will increase the input resistance and reduce the output resistance. Yeah, so that is one advantage of this one. So next coming to current amplifier. Here, so current amplifier means what? Here input signal is a current, clear, and the output is also current. Now since input is a current quantity, clear, it has to be represented by now Norton's equivalent. We have already studied that any two-port network across a pair of terminals can be reduced to Norton's current source in shunt with Norton's resistance, correct? So here at the input, if you see in this diagram, we have IS. This is actually Norton's equivalent of the current source, correct? In parallel with the RS, that is shunt resistance, here RS. So input quantity is current here. Now you see, from the output we are tapping the current, so output quantity is also current. That means what? This amplifier stabilizes the current gain. Here this amplifier stabilizes the current gain. Since you are tapping the current from the output here, so this tapping is done in series form here. So, but mixing of this IS and IF, it is done in parallel here. So, the name shunt series feedback is given to this topology. Here, this connection itself will show that it is a parallel connection. So, it is shunt connection. Here, this type of connection, it is series connection. So, accordingly, you can identify whether it is shunt series or shunt or series shunt feedback topology. Here it is shunt series feedback topology. Here, so what is the advantage of this topology? It will stabilize the current gain. Not only that, for a current amplifier, we always require reduced input resistance and increased output resistance, and that will be achieved by using this negative feedback. Here, so that means negative feedback will reduce the input resistance for a current amplifier and increases the output resistance of this particular amplifier. So that is achieved by using this topology. So is there any doubt in this? Hello?
No doubt, sir.
So next topic is transconductance amplifier. Yeah. So transconductance amplifier. In case of transconductance amplifier, the input quantity is voltage and the output signal which you are tapping is current. Clear? So that you have to remember. So it will be voltage mixing. Clear? What signals you are mixing at the input? Clear? So that is voltage mixing. And what signal you are tapping from the output, that is current. Clear? So since it is tapping, so we call it as current sampling. So this is a voltage mixing current sampling topology. Clear? So this is shown here. Now you can see the connection. Clear? Now how this voltage is mixed with the input, it is in series form. And how the current is tapped from the output, this is also in series form. So this is also called as series feedback topology. Here, series feedback topology, where both input and output are in series. So feedback quantity, what you are tapping is current here, and voltage is mixed at the input. So this is called as transconductance amplifier. So this is called as series feedback. Now the last topology is transconductance amplifier. Yeah. So in this particular amplifier, it will be a current mixing, voltage sampling, feedback topology. What does it mean? Current mixing means what? At the input, you are mixing the two currents. That means you will have a source current IS and the feedback signal. What you are adding with the source current is current. Here, so it is called as current mixing. And you are tapping the output voltage here. So it is known as voltage sampling. So the connections we have shown here. Now look at the connection. So here also it is parallel connection. Here also it is parallel connection. That is why alternative name for this particular topology is shunt feedback. Here shunt feedback. So you can see this connections and then decide what type of topology here. So whenever you remember two important points here, whenever we are mixing the voltages at the input, it will be always series here. So you can see here voltage mixing is happening, so it is series. And here also voltage mixing is happening in the first topology, so it is series connection. And wherever you are adding the currents, here it will be always shunt here. So current mixing is always shunt. So you can see here IS and IF are added, so it is a shunt connection. Similarly, for the last topology, here for the last topology also we are mixing the currents at the input, so it is shunt. So voltage mixing is series, current mixing is shunt. So this you have to remember. And at the output, current mixing or current sampling is always series and voltage sampling is always shunt connection. So since here we are tapping the voltage, so you can see here it is parallel connection, correct? So in one more topology also we are tapping the output voltage, that is first one, first topology. So you can see here voltage is tapped, so it is in parallel connection. Wherever we are tapping output current, that is in series connection. So you can see here it is series connection, and in this also here it is series. So you check which quantity is tapped. If it is voltage tapping, always it will be parallel connection. If it is current tapping, then it will be series, this one here at the output. Accordingly you can identify what type of topology it is. Is there any doubt in this topologies whatever I have covered in this class? Hello?
No, ma'am.
So I will take attendance. All of you write your USN and name in this chat box. All of you please write your USN and name in this chat box.
Okay, ma'am.
So total 55 are there. I will consider the first 55C. Yes, sir, have you all written? Yes, sir. Have you all written your names and USN? So then I will end this meeting here. Here. So thank you for attending the class.